Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so very happy to be married to the most beautiful woman on the planet. Natalie and I are so grateful for each and every one of you and the wonderful people that you are. That means so much to us. And it means so much to us that you've traveled from near and far, LA, Chicago, Bolivia, everywhere. And I just wanted to say a heartfelt thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love all of you. We love all of you. And I want to have an incredible night. But before we kick off this evening, we have some very, very special people to us that have a couple of words to say. So.
You're all going to face us? I guess I'm starting. Okay. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sierra. I'm one of Natalie's maids of honor, best friends forever. Okay. Natalie and I met through mutual friends back in middle school, and we've basically been inseparable ever since. I tried to put the past 13 years into words, and I just couldn't. So I'll just say this. When you've known someone as long as Natalie and I have, you go through a lot of stuff. We've also put our parents through a lot of things. We're really sorry. Like this one time, we really wanted to go on this trip with our friends to New Brunswick, and we were still in high school. We were still in high school, and they were maybe a little bit older, and we knew that our parents would say no. So I told my parents that I was going with her parents, and she told her parents that she's going with mine. And our moms ran into each other at the Y and put two and two together. And we got in a lot of trouble. Sorry. Anyways, Natalie is the most wonderful person I know. And I'm so happy that she's found someone just as wonderful to spend the rest of her life with. Connor, you are everything that Natalie has hoped and dreamed for. Oh my God, it's really noticeable. This is embarrassing. As they say, there's only one happiness in life, is to love and be loved. So let's raise our glasses to Natalie and Connor for a lifetime of happiness. Love you all. All right.
Okay, so I promised I've given a speech before, so I won't be hijacking this moment to pretend that I'm at an award show. I notice that kind of happens with these types of speeches. So, yeah. Natalie and Connor, I think I can speak on the behalf of everyone here when I say that you two are a shining example of what it means to walk in love. You both have chosen each other every day since the day you guys met, and I know you'll continue to do so. You guys met in a once-in-a-lifetime, movie-esque manner at a concert with confetti, while your favorite musicians provided the soundtrack to y'all's storyline. Along y'all's journey, you haven't tried to recreate that epic night, but instead you have put forth energy into your relationship. By doing so, new nuances and emotions have been discovered. There are going to be seasons where you aren't going to be drunk in love, but you're both going to know that it's far more rewarding to embrace the new day ahead of you than it is to try to recreate the past. Biblically, we're told that Christ-like love is demonstrative and that feelings are fickle and fleeting. You both know that love is patient, kind, satisfied, modest, and humble. Love calls us to honor, serve, and forgive. I've seen firsthand that you all love each other in this manner. Natalie, it's easy to celebrate you because you're a beautiful soul who has a radiant presence. We've transitioned from childhood to the real world, and all along the way, you've kept me laughing and on my toes. Connor, I said this the other night, but I'm very impressed by you. Not only by your tremendous musical talent and ability to make everyone you meet feel valued, but how you treat Natalie. You put her first in all things, and I love you for that. Cheers, you guys. Mazel tov!
Hey everyone. What's up? So, my name is Lauren. If you know me, then you'll know how far my history goes back with Natalie and Connor. And if you don't, prepare yourself. First off, let's start with Connor. I refer to Connor as my big brother. Connor and I have done just about everything under the sun. We have laughed hysterically, the point where we can't laugh any longer. We have played shows together. We have stitched each other back together after we've fallen apart from previous relationships. And literally when I cut my foot at a venue, being an idiot, as it goes, shoes. We have cried together. We have done things that definitely our parents would not approve of. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I'm so nervous up here. God, it's wrecking, isn't it? Okay. One of my favorite things about Connor is his overwhelming joyful soul and his positive attitude. His energy literally fills the entire room. That's why we're all here. And you're his friend before you even know him. Whenever something goes wrong, he finds a simple solution. Whenever I've been panicked or in frustration, he always finds a simple solution. Connor has brought me out of my hermit shell. As you can tell, I'm kind of shy. I was even more reserved than I was before, than I am now. He'd forced me out of my studio in Texas, even though I didn't want to leave, but every time he brought me out was amazing. And that's just what Connor does. He makes every day the best day of your life. Friends who I've met through Connor, genuine people, surround themselves with other genuine beings, and all of which are here today. Another big part of our friendship circle, and Connor and I, is our love for music, right? We show each other new music and listen intently, and usually people just talk right over new music when you hear it. We don't. Connor and I have shared every form of musical activity together, DJing, being in the studio, singing on the piano or bonfire night, blasting loud in the car and screaming our lungs out, playing in each other's bands, which I hold dearly to my heart, and going to shows, which leads me to my next point. Is there was one concert that I did not make it to, one show that changed it all, and that was the day that Connor met his queen. And where a lot of us met. And that summer, I got back from France, and I was hearing everything about Natalie. Every other word was Natalie, Natalie, Natalie. She is the girl that changed it all. I heard he said, I wasn't there to hear it, but he said, I'm going to marry that girl someday. And very soon, we're all here to experience that. Ever since I met Natalie for the first time, there is no doubt in my mind or my heart that she was just perfect. She fit right in, and like she'd been there before. She is beautiful, gentle, adaptable, yet very grounded, which is why Connor loves her. I'm so nervous, guys, I'm sorry. So today is a celebration like no other. Two of our closest friends are joining as one as they walk down the path of life. Weddings are what we've made about in movies ever since they were first created. And just like every story, it is different from the rest. And the two beautiful individuals that you two are make perfectly an imperfect team. Vice versa. So I just want to say before I end, just a few highlights over the past 8 years. And don't worry, this won't get too bad. So January 1st, 2010, Connor and I met. It was at the Door at Fort Worth when we played a show together. My band was playing, and so was Connor's, and we were introduced by Rusty. 2010, January, we went to Kid Craddock's house, where I met Caroline, wherever she is. Where's Caroline? Yeah. I met Caroline's dad, and we showed him our music, and we showed Connor's band, and I remember that was the first time we heard your band on the radio for the first time. It was amazing. Summer 2010, we started hanging out every single day. Parties, Connor sleeping on my couch, my parents' bedroom, parents' house. Woo! And Connor's a good-looking guy. He's had lots and lots of girls. So, lots of days when driving in my black midnight, we became twinnies. I'll wrap it up? Okay. All right, I'm burying a dig. I'm burying myself a grave here. Anyway. Oh, sorry, guys. All right, I'll wrap this up. Okay, so I want to end by saying that, Connor and Natalie came to visit me one day, and they were figuring some things out. We had an unexpected night out. And after that, the moral why I'm saying this is, after that visit, and I saw them the next time, they grew together, and I saw that. And as life will go on, it will be like a roller coaster. You two are dedicated to a life together. Through the hills and the valleys, you will go through the dark to get to the light. You two are strong, and you will always have your friends and family to help you through whenever you need it. Anyway, I love you both. I miss you so much in LA. To Connor and Natalie, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So they say it's bad luck to rehearse a speech. We're all in this together. No. So seriously, I am humbled and honored to be here before all of you today. As everybody here can say, Connor and Natalie attract the best people, whether it's their close friends or what they bring about within each other. We have a big night ahead of us, so I'm going to be quick here. That's right. My speech uses prop comedy. Pretty much a carrot top minus the carrot top. All right. So hello, everyone. For those who do not know me. All right, we're going to start over. So I'm one of Connor's co-best men. My name is Preston Cook. I have known Connor since I can't remember. He's one of those guys that once you meet him, either he makes such an impression you never forget, or he's been your friend forever, and I am the latter. Once again, I cannot be more honored to be here. Connor is essentially an adopted cook as well. He lives with our family, pretty much. So Natalie and Connor, you know what, before I get to that, let me tell a couple of Connor stories, okay? All right. All right. It's hard to pinpoint when we first became friends. I know that we met through Boy Scouts, but I know that it was solidified through music. So one of the first times I was over at Connor's family house, I walked into the front door. His entire family was gathered around the living room, all playing their respective instruments. And I was like, I just walked into a traveling circus. But you know, the good times. So as everyone here knows, Connor is musically inclined, to put it modestly. So out of the blue, my senior year of college, Connor called me up and said, hey, would you be interested in drumming in my band? And I said, yes. Now, while the music that we created together wasn't necessarily timeless, what was timeless was the angsty high school photo shoot that we orchestrated. Oh my gosh, talk about black and white photo, sleeveless shirt, cowboy hats leaning against walls. So one of the downsides of growing up with Facebook is that certain memories that should die last forever. So yes, after this, feel free to go on Facebook, and those still exist. Now, our music career certainly didn't stop there. So when Connor and I went to our respective colleges, we each individually pursued the musically prestigious path of a college DJ. Now, we knew that we were on the right track for success when one of my neighbors called us up and booked us to DJ her son's 15th birthday party. And the music they requested was explicit. There were words, and there are pictures. So failed high school bands, fraternity DJing, and a misadventure to California's side, we managed to keep in touch all the way through the summer of 2013. So here I was a surrogate roommate at the Moore's residence, or as it's better known, the Bachelor Mansion. It was a hot, balmy night, September 21st, 2013. The crew put on our best outfits. We headed over to Frisco for a music festival. Now, that night, a few drinks were had. We were at the front of the stage. We were having a good time. We turned around. There was backlights. There was confetti. A tall, blonde girl, literally with flowers strewn in her head, walked up to us. Apparently, we looked fun. So the night ended sooner than anyone here would have wished. I was the designated driver that night, and I got to tell you, the entire ride home, Connor would not shut up about this girl. So we tried to convince Connor. We said, Connor, this is not love. Luckily for us, We were wrong. We were wrong. So it was about a week later, Connor and I found ourselves at our usual Long Island watering hole, Trulux, with a +1. Shortly after that, it was the Bachelor Mansion. Then it was the Ginger Man. And then it was Bob's Steakhouse with my parents. And I thought, Needless to say, Natalie had made an impression on us all. It was shortly after that, when I was driving back to California with Connor as my volunteer co-pilot, we got a call from Natalie. She had been researching stops along our route, volunteering to plan some of our adventures on the way out there. Regardless, the rest of the trip, there was more talk of love than an episode of The Bachelorette. Go Garrett? Thank you. So there's this line I've been feeding Connor for years. Connor approaches life with such purpose and vigor, I've told him since I can remember that he's doomed for success. Connor, of all of your achievements, your accomplishments, and your talents, the love that you have cultivated with Natalie far exceeds any sort of preconceived notions I ever had for your life. You two complement each other so well. There will be highs and lows, but I know that the love you two have built together will last and preserve. And Natalie, I could not have wished for a more compassionate, caring, clever, hard-willed, and strong partner for my best friend. And Connor, may your love last longer than 2 renditions of Gorillaz' Idaho. That joke might be for a very nuanced audience. Ladies and gentlemen, if everybody could raise a glass and help me celebrate the marriage of Mr. and Mrs. Connor and Natalie Branken. Cheers.